All right, today we're going to pull back the curtain on the technology that is, let's be honest, completely changing our world. We're talking about the engine, the actual brain behind all the AI tools that are suddenly everywhere. So let's just dive right in. So I'm willing to bet you've heard these names, right? ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude. Maybe you've even played around with them, asked one to help you write an email, brainstorm some ideas, or, just to see what kind of weird stuff it would come up with. They seem to get us, to talk to us, and create for us. But have you ever just stopped and wondered what's really going on under the hood? I mean, what is the core technology that makes these incredible tools even possible? And look, it can feel like pure magic, but it's not. It's actually something even more fascinating. The answer, it all comes down to something called a language model. And the absolute key to understanding how it all works is just one single, really powerful concept: prediction. To be a little more precise, we're talking about a large language model, or what you'll hear people call an LLM. At its very heart, it's a kind of AI that's been specifically designed to do one thing really, really well: process and produce human language. It reads what you type, it tries to understand the context, and then it crafts a response. So how in the world does it learn to do that? Well, it reads a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a truly staggering amount of data, a huge portion of the internet, countless books, articles, you name it. It's from this massive, massive library that it starts to learn all the patterns, the connections, and the sort of hidden rhythm of how we humans talk and write. And this right here breaks the whole process down perfectly. See, when you give it a prompt, it's not thinking like you and I do. It's calculating. It looks at the words you gave it, and then it predicts with unbelievable accuracy what the most probable next word should be. Then it takes that new word, adds it to the sequence, and predicts the next word, and so on, just building its answer one single word at a time. Okay, so that brings us to that very first word in the name: large. Now, this isn't just some throwaway adjective. It is the absolute key to understanding why these models are just so mind-blowingly powerful. Let's dig into what that really means. The large part refers to something technical called parameters. So what on earth is a parameter? It can sound a little complicated, but trust me, there's a fantastic way to picture it. Just imagine the whole model is like an artificial brain. The parameters are like billions upon billions of tiny little switches inside that brain. And during training, every one of these switches gets adjusted and fine-tuned. Each switch helps the model figure out how important different words and concepts are, and that's what lets it grasp nuance, context, and all those super complex relationships in language. Okay, so tiny switches in a giant brain. I get it. But what kind of scale are we really talking about here? Thousands of switches? Millions, maybe? Not even in the same ballpark. We're talking about billions. And in the very latest models, we are now talking about trillions of these parameters. The scale is just, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around. And that is what separates a simple old chatbot from a truly powerful LLM. And that is the crucial point right there. This massive, massive number of switches is what allows the model to capture the incredibly subtle, complex, and sometimes weird patterns of human language. It's the reason its rating can feel so nuanced, so creative, and yeah, sometimes totally indistinguishable from something a person would write. So let's kind of put this all together. It can feel like we're watching a magic show, but at its core, this whole thing is really a story about data, about scale, and about some very, very advanced math. So what does that actually mean for you and me in our daily lives? Well, the applications are just exploding. These models can be your personal writing assistant. They can translate languages in an instant. They can take a 200-page report and spit out a one-page summary, or even help a programmer write code way faster. And honestly, the list of what's possible is getting longer every single day. If there's one thing I really want you to take away from all this, it's this fundamental truth about the technology. AI isn't magic. It's the result of human ingenuity. We built these systems. We fed them the world's information. It's an incredibly sophisticated tool for recognizing and recreating patterns. But at the end of the day, it is a tool that we created. So maybe the best way to think about an LLM is simply as a smart language engine. It's been trained on this vast library of human knowledge, and its entire purpose is to augment our own abilities, to help us think, write, and create in ways we never could before. And that really leaves us with one last really exciting question. We have this incredibly powerful new tool at our fingertips. So the real question isn't just about what the technology can do on its own, it's about what we together create with it.